Pro skills and Sandlot skills, they end up looking very similar. Here's Shane Jackson on a post-up with a couple of hitches and a step-back shot. This is just an amazing exhibition of skill, and this is a classic pickup game shot because you're playing tight and you got to figure out a way to get your shot off. Tommy Schreiber on the answer move. Lyle Thompson initiates contact, spin, opens up, answer move. Answer moves happen all the time in our pickup games. We have to learn how to get your strong hand and get your shooting angle. You got to be able to open up both to shoot and using answer moves for opportunities to feed. They're there all the time. Answer moves are a move that you don't have to be elite speed-wise, but you do need to be able to be really tricky with your fakes, particularly your backhand fake. Catching the ball inside in traffic and figuring out different ways to get shots off. Women's lacrosse call this a Twizzler, and it's just a great way to get your shots off. And in these, particularly this game, this 5x game, all kinds of opportunities to get the ball inside on wall passes, get shots off. Speaking of wall passes, kick it in, kick it out on man up, skip it, shoot. Our 5x games get wall passes constantly. And you really learn how to handle the ball in traffic and also have an idea of where you want to go with it before you get it. And that's really what IQ is all about. Skip passes, skipping the ball right past people's heads, zipping it around bodies and past heads makes it very hard to see. It's like a screen pass. You've heard of a screen shot? That's a screen pass. Throw it right around people and zip it right by the defenders' heads. Hard pumps. Look at this hard shoulder pump by Carlson. So sick. I love the way he does that. I learned that first from watching Lyle Thompson play. But it can set up face dodges too. And honestly, a lot of times defenders can't really tell that you didn't throw it. And it's like an exaggerated face dodge kind of with a hard pump that can set up shots, can set up dodges, really can set up feeds too, using that hard shoulder turn. Austin Staats is just such a wizard, and he's got one of the best curveballs on the planet. Watch the way his stick looks like it's going to the right corner and the goalie reacting that way as he curves the ball back to the left corner. Cockerton, same thing on a 5-hole shot. We see tons of curveballs in our pickup games. It's really a great time to practice it. It's a misdirection. It's a twister. And it's really hard for goalies to pick up because it looks like, for this lefty shooter, that the ball is going to go to the right, but it goes to the left. The redirect feed, mastered by Ament, where he starts his swing upfield and then pulls it back and yanks it. You're going to see it in the pickup games all day. Make people think you're throwing it across and then skip it through. Throwing it right by people's heads. That misdirection. It works for shooting too. I mean, it's a shooting technique where you kind of yank it to the near side. Post up, pump, get your shot off, screen shot. This happens all day in pickup games because the whole game is pretty much a tight one-on-one. Some of the wild plays that you see, like Josh Byrne on his underhand, one hand, between the legs shot. It actually happens. That kind of stuff happens regularly in pickup games. When the Chaos are at their best, they're playing two-man game on both sides of the floor, and they're sitting in the pocket, just like Gutterding is right here, waiting for cutters. And this is what happens a lot in our 4-on-4 plus a goalie pickup game. The pocket passing. I think it's where lacrosse is going. Sit there in the pocket and look to feed cutters all day. Play your two-man game, and if they're going to go under picks, you can sit there and you can move the ball, you can swing it, and the level of IQ of the off-ball movement, the on-ball movement, as well as the passing, the seals, and then turning that into dodges on bad approaches is really one of the amazing things. Check this out, okay? Double threat posture controls your man. It backs your man off. It makes your man think that you're dodging. Look at the posture that Jesse King shows right here, like he's going to dodge. Digs his man in and then throws it right around him on a screenshot. You're going to see the same thing happen here with Zed. He receives the ball and then he sells dodge just for a second before he executes an unbelievable underhand twister. And this happens in pickup games all day because people pick up tight. Invite your man over the top in a two-man game, create the 2-on-1, throw back. This happens all day in our pickup games. Little swing pick, take him top side, draw the 2-on-1, put the defender in a trail position that they can't recover from. Unbelievable one-hand pass to the inside. That is Sandlot all day. This is the kind of stuff that you're going to see, and it's so fun. And this is all happening implicitly. There's no coaching. There's no explaining. This is problem solving in real time. Multiple hitches. I love multiple hitches. It makes people jump all over the place. This is one of the best multiple hitches by Austin Staats I've ever seen. And I did a little piece on this in the blog last week, but you're going to see multiple hitches and fakes going on all the time in these games. And people react because they don't really want to get hit with a ball. To have the patience to multiple hitch, you can only get with what I call free play poise. It's just hard to get that poise. Underhand hitch is such an important skill, and you're going to see the defense just not knowing how to guard this. You're going to see the same thing happening in pickup games. Come to top side, hitch, 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 establish position. Swing pick, re-pick, underhand hitches, screenshot. And let's look at Lyle, the master, just stepping in, posting up, hammering a BTB. And you're going to see a bunch of the kids from this past summer in Narragansett, Rhode Island, doing the same thing, fired up, scoring a game winner. Double threat posture, controlling people, skipping passes inside, hammering BTBs. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. There's nothing more fun than playing pickup.